Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, November 15th. Am I right on that?
Correct.
It's 15.
16.
Oh, Diez says. November Diez says. So, welcome to episode 11 of the Note Closure Show, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful hump day. Wait, no, it's Tuesday. It's not hump day.
It's Wednesday.
Oh, it is Wednesday.
You are off.
Totally off today. Hump day. Hump day, hump day, hump day. This is the day of the week that most people rejoice. Like, I'm halfway through the weekend. Which is great. But for a lot of us entrepreneurs and people that work on the weekends or make our living doing things when others aren't working, it's just another day in paradise. Just another day chasing the dream. One day at a time. All right? One soap opera at a time for some people. Today's topic, as we dive into it in a second, is what's your definition of success? Okay? Everybody has a different definition of what they're trying to accomplish. And before we get into that, we cover a couple things here with everybody here. We finally, through the act of God, and me basically calling a hedge fund saying, listen, dude, if you don't give me assets back, I'm going to cancel, and you're going to be stuck with all these. They answered back and said, we'll have your offers to you. We got some approvals and some counters. Found a little bit more color info on the pool. So we're finally excited about that. Not the biggest trade in the world, but it's going to be about a $100,000 trade, which is not bad for some of our investors. And we'll see what the counters turn into be. But that's one big thing. Jim will be working on that. We had a closing yesterday happen on a property we bought back in a year ago. It was a property down in Florida. Bought the note at roughly about 50% of the UPB of the value a year ago. That property since appreciated from 100 to 130, roughly 135. We closed on it at 130 yesterday. Not gonna be a bad day as far as that comes. Our JV partner did end up funding some of the repairs and some attorney fees on that as well, but that's okay. She's a pretty seasoned investor who's excited to do that, and so we closed on that yesterday. Wires should come in today on that. We were immediately taking a big chunk of that money and putting it into another property in the same area that we just foreclosed on and had quite a bit of appreciation over the year foreclosure process. It's going to need about 20, 25 grand repairs, but it's going to be it's appreciated from 100 grand up to almost 175, 180. So excited about that. That'll be kicking off and hopefully have that sold in the next 30 days to 45 days as well. So that's always a good thing. Success always is good when a deal runs to the end and we finish up with it. That's always a great thing. But success is a different definition a lot of times for people out there. And it all depends on where you come from. Nobody can define success to you. You and all of us have our own definition of success. So, like, I'm going to ask you guys. Nicole, what would be your definition of success?
Just being happy, I guess.
Just being happy. You guess. Is this a guess? But like if you were to think of yourself in 5 years now, success, what's one ultimate thing? I guess maybe you just graduated from college, so that was a big goal for you graduating from college, right?
Yeah. I think paying off my student loans would be a really big success.
That's always a big one for people. There we go. Success with that. Jen, what's success for you? What's the definition of success for you?
Surviving through the change.
Surviving through the change.
Mm-hmm.
What's that mean?
Well, from the transition that we just went through to where
I get that. Changing up and going through family turmoil and all that good stuff. I can understand that. I have a lot of half brothers and sisters that are like something out of a Jerry Springer show. So yeah, I get that. Ryan, what's success for you, bud?
Overcoming adversity.
Overcoming adversity. Adverse, and not anniversary. Adversary.
that's success as well.
Yes. Adversity, that's right. So
right, they come in waves, in life, and then, just moving past it, that's success for me. So
that's a good definition. A lot of people, especially some of you, if you're watching this live, feel free to put in the comments what your definition of success is for this next year. We all go through peaks and valleys, and sometimes we learn more from the valleys than we do from the peaks. Now, a lot of us will define success as a monetary income or number of deals closed, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a phenomenal measuring stick, I can say. We set the bar here. A lot of us will be setting New Year's resolutions either coming now or the next couple weeks, next month. All January, here's my new resolution. I'm gonna set it to go to the gym every day. And by the 4th of January, we stopped going to the gym. It's my goal to read a book once a month. And then you get around to it, and 3 months later, you're still on the same book, and it's, green eggs and ham. Sam, I am. I can't get past the green eggs and ham. So, and then others, it's, hey, I'm moving up in a house, or getting a car, or I'm graduating. We got Greg Arcizo is getting ready to graduate from college here. Exciting, in less than a month. So, success is different for everybody. My definition of success for me, I set my stuff up over like a year to 5 years, what I want to accomplish. Now, the last 5 years have been totally crazy. I mean, things have happened. I've traveled places and done things and closed deals and had my share of mistakes along the way for sure. But it's all about what your definition is. Some of you guys are transitioning from a job into an entrepreneurship. So it's like, I can get my first deal closed. I want to get my first dozen deals done this next year. Some of us are like, hey, I want to raise $250,000. That's great. Some of us, I want to have a better relationship with my family, which is fine. It's totally great. It's all whatever your definition is. Now, to accomplish success, to be successful, you've got to give yourself realistic goals. And by realistic goals, I mean you got to give yourself a timeline. Okay? Now, I believe a goal should be totally attainable. All right? I was thinking this morning as I was getting ready about what my sophomore geometry professor, Mrs. Dolly Crawford, would think of me today. Now, she was one of the few teachers I did not get along with. Geometry was one of the few classes I actually failed half the year on. Now, I was usually an A-B student. It's actually honors geometry, and Mrs. Crawford and I did not get along at all. I'm one of those guys that can figure things out in my head. I got a great visual. Now, anybody knows that geometry is not about doing the deals in your head. It's about basically writing down the Pythagorean theorems and all that good stuff and documenting your work. And that didn't work well for me. And she didn't like athletes either. And so while I had good grades and was an athlete, we just didn't get along. And so one of the big things I knew that I would not get along with Mrs. Crawford was roughly about the second day of class. And Mrs. Crawford told us that a goal should be something that you never attain. Think about that. A goal should be so high you'll never attain it. And I don't agree with that at all. I think our goals evolve over time. I think our goals will change day in, day out sometimes. Sometimes we have a goal for like, I just got to get out of bed this morning. I just feel like ass. Yes, I'll give you guys an example. Yesterday, my goal is to go to the gym Monday through Thursday. It's one thing I have for my health and wellness. And yesterday, when I walked to that gym, my back did not feel good. I was like, I just did not feel good. But so my trainer, Thomas, we adjusted my workout. And we had a good day of stretching, which is important because we've been hitting the weights hard and doing other things. So my goal at the end of the day changed. It wasn't just to get through the gym. It was actually walking to the gym and relax a little bit. Well, then my back locked up, and I went home. I'm like, I got to get this closing done. Well, of course, now if we get the closing done, and then I'm at the house working on my phone most of the day with ice on my back and trying to relax. So our goals will change depending on what life throws our way and what God puts in our path. There will be monkey wrenches thrown in the machine. You've heard the saying that man plans and God laughs. It is the truth. And that is very, very true in the note business, in the real estate world. You will have all the deals and forecasts and what deals you want to close, and shit will just go sideways sometimes. And that's okay. I know I sound like Stuart Slallingby there. I'm good enough, smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. But you have to realize it's okay to tweak your goals. It's okay to tweak what success means to you. God knows I changed my major 3 times through 3 different colleges over 6 years. My definition of success wasn't just getting back into college. It was actually graduating and going from there and getting a JOB and moving in a different direction. And well, that has changed over the last 10 years as my life has changed. So some of you are out there struggling with trying to figure out what you want to be when you grow up. I think everybody does. So one thing you have to realize, you are not alone. Everybody is like that. Everybody struggles. Everybody drifts, trying to find success and try to find meaning. We talked about a book yesterday, Outwitting the Devils, or a couple days ago, great book by Napoleon Hill and Sharon Lecter. If you haven't read it, go out there and read it. It's one of the best books, or download it. You can do that these days now. But keep in mind, success sometimes isn't about giving up. It's just about taking a break if you're tired. Because we all keep going forward for something that drives us, hopefully, each and every day. It could be your first deal. Like I said, it could be changing your job. It could be leaving your job. You could be telling your boss to take this job and shove it. I ain't working here no more. Hey, there's nothing better than walking out of a job. I've done that before. Like, I'm so done with this. See you guys later. Bye. And it's relaxed. Now, not everybody's in that place to do that at some point, especially if your business isn't where you want it to be. So, the biggest thing I can tell you to do, the best thing I can tell you to do this Wednesday, this hump day, is if you're struggling, if you're kind of blasé, can't wait for Christmas to get here. I don't think anybody wants New Year's to get here faster. Is take the time today and identify what success is to you. If it's driving the big car, the Rolls Royce, and having stacks of cash, you're probably never going to see that because your heart's in the wrong place. If anything, it should be about helping people around you and helping people on your journey, or sharing your journey so that others can learn from what you're doing. Because if you have the Wavos, and ladies, you have Wavos, they're just a little higher up, okay? That's my sexist remark for the day, I guess, right? Somebody's not going to like that, but I don't care. It's funny. Come on, that's funny. It's okay to share your story. Share what you're struggling with. Share your successes, your wins, your fails. Share the good, the bad, the ugly. Because a lot of times you learn more about about the bad, the ugly than you do the good. Too many people out there share nothing but the good stuff. And if they shared the bad stuff, they would be more likable and more approachable than anything else. If you're having trouble because you don't have a very supportive inner circle, supportive staff, supportive loved ones. I'm very lucky. I have a great staff here. They're very great. There's a couple of things you can do. My buddy Greg Reed likes to say we're the average of the 5 people that we surround ourselves with the most. Sometimes you need to change the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. If you are around negative people, it is going to bring you down. If 2 out of your 5 friends are negative, well, you're really only running at a 60% efficiency with friends. Because you're really not getting anywhere. You're only getting a little bit ahead because you got really 2 friends that delete out 2 of your positive friends, and then you're constantly taking a step forward and taking a step back. I know that when I upped my game about 5 years ago and started hanging out with different people and got out of a toxic relationship, life became a whole lot better. My drastic thing is I sold everything except the dog and jumped in a truck and drove cross country for a couple of years. Started networking. As I mentioned Greg Reed earlier, I was able to go out and spend some time at an event that he called Secret Knock and really network with some great people and meet some new friends and up my 5 people that I spend the most amount of time with. All right. That's why I'm so excited for upcoming Mastermind in a couple weeks. It's going to be just an amazing group of people. And it's definitely a great raise of 5 people. So anyway, we all have definitions of success. I'm probably rambling on here now, but take some time today and identify what success is. You've heard keep your eye on the prize or keep your eye on the ball. Well, whatever that ball is, whatever that prize is to you, write it down, share it, post it here if you don't do it anywhere. But one thing should be included in that. Issue you have a goal for. And by a goal for it doesn't mean I'm going to close my 12 deals. It means I'm going to close 12 deals by January 31st or February 31st, whatever that goal is. Give yourself a time. Give yourself a specific time and date to get it done by. And write it and put that everywhere in your house. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your TV. Put it on your mirror. Because if you never put out into the world what you want to accomplish, the world will never give it back to you. And I've always found that when I focused on putting things out and sharing goals and things like that, it happened faster than I expected. And it came back much bigger than I ever expected. So go out to find what success means to you guys today. Share this if this is helpful. Love to see you guys share this across the board. As always, if you've got questions or things you want us to cover on this regarding a topic in the note or real estate industry, we're always glad to do that. We will have another note closures thing tomorrow morning, but we won't have one Friday morning because we've got investors coming in here and spending a few days with us here in Austin at the We Close Notes offices. So look forward to you guys' responses and questions you may post on here. As always, thank you guys for watching this. We're totally excited about the first 10 episodes. And hopefully we can take this to a whole new level in the next 6 weeks. So have a great day. See you later, everybody.